Its intensity may be more than some wish to be exposed to, and those people should...
You know, I'm not exactly sure what happens. Every time we play that open, we lose Vince Russo, who is actually Dutch is in the wrong spot. We'll put Dutch over there. But Russo, we can't see you, brother. He's just popped back out again. So anyhow, welcome to the room, everybody. Come on in.
I think he's afraid to be seen here after this show tonight.
There he is. I see him popping in now. Hey, brother, you there?
Yeah, bro, the Wyatt Sicks came and got me, so I had to sit here and say, "Holy shit, this is awesome." That's what I was. I can I say something, bro?
Sure.
The WWE fans are the stupidest bunch of people I've ever seen in my entire life. Listen, Dutch is a billion times smarter than me. 10 billion. I know it. I've been around Dutch long enough to know how much smarter than me is. Mac, you know the Pavlovian dogs. These freaking WWE fans, bro, they're Pavlovian gerbils. They're not even Pavlov. They've got the brains of gerbils. You got an absolute 3-hour shit show. An absolute shit show. So they've got to do something. So they Triple H pulls straight out of his ass an act that we haven't seen in 6 months because they don't know what to do with them. And these morons are going to sit there and chant, "Holy shit, this is awesome." Holy shit. You know what's awesome? What's awesome is you people are so freaking stupid. That's what's awesome to me. I've never seen such low IQ people in my entire freaking life. I swear to God, bro, they're idiots. They got the mind of gerbils, Mac.
Brother, just tell us how you really feel, Vince. Jeez. Let me get you guys straightened out here because we're in the wrong spots here. Dutch is going to get all the hell. They're going to think he said that. But Vince, I understand what you're coming from. Dutch, I think you're just as frustrated with tonight's show as well, right?
Well, no, I don't know what I'm being punished for. I mean, I didn't pick up that can of beans down at the damn Winn-Dixie. I didn't do that. But they said, "Oh, no, you son of a, you're going to have to watch SmackDown for 3 hours." By God, I didn't like it. Well, I watched it, and I think, you know, I told Vince a little earlier, I think Death Row is a little more attractive than watching this show for 3 hours. My God. And nobody cares about any of them, really. And Cena, you just saw a picture of it. That's all you saw. At least you got an interview from Truth. At least he was there, but I don't even know what that's about. Everybody knows how that's going to end anyway.
Yeah, and that was one of the questions I have written down on my notes here is I wanted to ask both of you, after watching tonight's show, who are the stars of tonight's show? Who are the big stars that we get on SmackDown tonight? Name the big stars.
I think an people that can't go to sleep, if we could take this show and clip it up, you know, like they do, and put it up there and say, "What's this?" And, you know, they'd be like this. They'd be out in about 15 minutes. We'd be like freaking geniuses. They say, "I don't know how you figured that out." Because I'm sitting there like, I swear, I'm sitting there and I'm going, God, I can't stay awake. And I drank like 5 cups of coffee and I'm still passing out.
You know, there were a couple of points on tonight's show that I thought were pretty good. You know, last week, Vince.
Okay, listen, I want you to tell us what points you thought were good, so we can tell you that you're about as dumb as the rest of them. Well, I hate to do this on air, but I will, by God. It's my job.
No, and I'll tell you, as a matter of fact, in just a second, I do want to mention that we do get a new YouTube member. That's the WWE Wrestling and Gaming. We appreciate that, guys. We got a few things coming in here. Boring, unwatchable B show. Main stars are on Raw. Yes, I didn't see a single star that I consider a star on the show tonight. I'm also getting a private comment here. Hold on for a minute. All right, we got some big announcement coming up, so hang in there. We do have a big announcement that's going to be announced in just a few moments, I'm being told here. And let's talk about the things that I saw while we're waiting.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but a big announcement about what?
I have no idea. I have no idea. They just sent me a little private chat message saying big announcement, hang by. And I was like, okay.
They're probably firing us all at one time, same time.
Please, I'm begging you, please, yes, let that be the announcement, please.
Hey, look, this is a good paying gig. Shh. Gotta love those. Here's what I thought were a highlight of tonight, but also a missed opportunity. And Vince, I got a feeling you're going to agree with this. We started off with a bright moment of seeing Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest having a brawl. Now, we know they had the big cage match during Saturday night's main event tomorrow night. Would that not have been a place to weave through the show and bring the intensity of those two to a head at the end of the show tonight to help sell tomorrow night's cage match on Saturday night's main event?
Mac, we have seen these two brawl so much over the last 4 weeks. It means nothing. It means you know what it means? Here's what it means, Mac. I'll tell you exactly what it means. We don't have anything creatively, so let them brawl on the show. That's it. It doesn't mean anything. They've done it to death. So that would not have been a good hook for the show because it was not new. It was not fresh. And all we've seen is these two guys brawl for the last 4 weeks.
Okay, but presentation-wise, if you had changed the presentation of those two building up to a fight, like let's say he meets him in the parking lot as he pulls up and he brings him out the car and they get into a big brawl right there. Then he pulls off in his car and he gets in his car and chases him somewhere. And then it gets more intense. They end up, let's say, like in a bar or in a supermarket by all God means, because that's happened in the past too. So why can't we get that kind of story that then makes it interesting?
Mac, you know how many times we did this, and Dutch has done this again. This is why I always sit here. This is not freaking rocket science, guys. This really isn't. What about Mac? We set up a good old fashioned brawl in the parking lot, and all the boys drive their cars up and put their headlights on. What about something like that? How hard? Really, how hard is that to do? You know, me and Dutch did it at TNA, and TNA was a freaking 10th of the WWE budget. And we did it there with Kurt Angle and somebody else, and we did it more than once. Can we not do something freaking different on this show?
And it's got to be different. There is, again, this one more bright spot to the show that I really enjoyed that we'll talk about in just a minute. But
when it
go
ended,
ahead,
and you said, "God, it's over." Oh my God!
Let's see, Ronnie.
Okay, what was the bright spot?
Ronnie Las Vegas with the $2 donation. I looked it up. Fraxium is Latin for not.
Yeah, you're right,
Not
Ronnie.
over.
You are right.
I gotta say,
guys, I'm gonna tell them myself. I couldn't take that last match.
I couldn't either, man.
I just had to say I had to clip the ticket. I said I gotta.
Do you know what I did during that last match?
Who won the match? Not that I give a crap, but
well, do you know what I did during that match, Mac? As a shoot, because it was a half hour. I was looking for a rope to take my own life, to be honest with you. So finally, bro, I swear to God, because I was live on Twitch, I brought up Dancing Queen on karaoke and I sang Dancing Queen during the end of that match. That's literally what I did as a shoot.
Okay, I'll tell you what we can do here too.
Here's what they did
right
Dutch.
now. I'm going to wait. Let me spot.
Let me just tell Dutch what they did. Dutch, here's what they did real quick. So this match goes on forever, flippity floppity flippity. Then here comes DUI. Here comes the Motor City Machine Guns. Now it turns into a schmoz. the lights go out and they come back up. And the Wyatt Sicks, let me remind everybody, by the way, the last time we saw the Wyatt Sicks, they were laying flat on their backs. Okay, let me remind everybody. So the Wyatt Sicks were in the ring and everybody went crazy. Holy shit, this is awesome. And you people are the biggest dumbasses I've ever seen in my entire life. Bro, let me tell you something. The Yankees lost to the Colorado Rockies tonight. You think the Yankee fans are in the Bronx right now chanting, "This is awesome," bro? You think that's what they're chanting? This show shit the bed, and you idiots are in that arena saying, "This is awesome."
Okay, I got to stand up for those idiots you keep calling in that stadium because Savannah's my hometown. So
it's Savannah, so keep that in mind.
Yeah. You know, us folks down here in the South, we don't take too kindly to that kind of talk, Vince. No, but I understand what you're saying. Dutch, what were your feelings when it came to the open of the show with Tiffy Time, the women's champion, dressed up like Jane of the Jungle? And then getting interrupted by Alexa Bliss. Your thoughts?
I don't know if I'm watching a wrestling show or watching like a fashion show. They take forever coming down that red carpet and stand there and do this. It was between the three of them, I bet it was 8 minutes on the carpet, 7 minutes. And you just watch them.
With everybody now.
You know what they look like. You know their attire is, top notch. You know that. Tell me what you're going to do in the ring, or show me what you're going to do in the ring. And you sit there, and that's when the sleep starts to come. You go, oh, God, more of this. And the match was okay, but, I mean, all the matches, I'm not going to say they were bad. They were just boring as hell because they didn't mean anything to me. I don't think they meant anything to anybody else. Okay, wait, let's go back to this. This interests me now. The Wyatt Sicks was in the ring at the end after the lights went out.
And they laid everybody out. They laid everybody out.
I thought you said they laid an egg.
Yeah, well, so we're right back with where we started with the Wyatt Sicks. And like I said, the last time we saw these people, they were on their backs. But Mac, to add with Dutch said, Mac, both of us combined, I don't know how many thousands of in-rings we wrote. I don't know how many. It's got to end with something, Mac. Yes. There's got to be an exclamation point at the end of an in-ring. This ended flatter than shit. It went nowhere. There was no point to it. Mac, I swear to God, if you go back and look at the Attitude Era, Mac, 99.9% of every in-ring ended in a fight. 99.9% of the fight, it ended in action.
I've seen the statistics, I believe.
Yeah, you start talking, it builds up, we fight. This was so flat, it went nowhere. They've got to know this when they're writing it, Mac.
Well, you would think so. I was surprised.
Maybe they don't.
That's true too. I was surprised. I was surprised at Alexa Bliss. I thought she was very weak on the mic tonight, and I expected more out of her. But it really, like you say, it went nowhere. It's very anticlimactic, and that's not the way you want to end that segment. And you went into a match that should have been a big match that just kind of rolled into it, felt not that big at all. And they went through that, and that was Julia making her debut in a match against Charlotte Flair and
wait a minute. This
the U.S. champion Lana.
This was Julia's first time on TV.
Yeah, the first time with WWE. Yes.
No, she's been on TV before, Mac, but I think she was in tag matches. I think this might have been a first singles match, maybe.
Okay. Well, yeah, I know it was some kind of debut for her tonight on the show. So, but she was in a match against Charlotte Flair.
It was her SmackDown debut. She worked on Raw.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's right. You're correct. I remember that now. Yes.
And she won the match, right?
Yes, she won the match by pinning Zelina Vega, and that was going to be a question I had because of the three women in this match, there's a champion, and the champion is Zelina Vega, and surprisingly, she's the one on her back. Vince, did that surprise you?
No, because here's their logic. We already know Zelina Vega is not going to win because she already has a belt. So here's their logic. We'll beat Zelina Vega because she has a belt and she's a champion, so it won't hurt her. That's her logic. That's literally, you show me an intercontinental champion in the WWE who lost the match while they had the title. You show me that person.
Dutch, your thoughts on her being on her back at the end of that match?
Hey, I'm out of thoughts. Watching that show erased my brain. I'm sitting there like this going, no, not again, you know. Oh, my God.
By the way, if you want to be a part of the show, all you have to do is drop us a super chat, and we'll throw you up on the screen. Also, we ask share this link right now. What you're watching us on, share it around. Let's get that number up high. Let's see. Traffic jam.
Matt,
go ahead.
You know, we have broken a record already.
How
deep are we into the show? 20 minutes?
Let's see, about 15. Yep, 17.
Vince has yet to use the word brother.
Bro.
He hasn't even used hasn't even used it yet. And I can't identify with him, you know. I don't think it's I think an entity, a foreign entity has entered his body watching this show, and he's forgotten who he was, bro.
Well, you know, I remember, Vince, at one time you told me you were trying to cut that word out. You were trying to bring that back a little bit.
I'm so hot at how stupid these people are. It's amazing to me because, you know, bro, at the same time, Mac, at the same time, during what's his face, Truth's entire promo, they're doing the what gimmick. Yeah. First of all, guys, hello. Truth is the baby face. Truth is the baby face. Hello. So when they're doing the what gimmick, you know, let me translate that to you. We're bored as shit. Okay? When they start doing the what, they're not listening. They don't care what you're saying. They're bored as shit. This is supposed to be the baby face. So these people are bored with Truth talking, but we're going to go ape shit when they bring back a team that the last time we saw them, they were laid flat out on their backs. We're going to cheer for them. I've never seen such a stupid crowd in my entire life. I swear to God.
You know, I really don't think you made it clear enough yet, Vince, how you really feel. So, that, you know, I remind you, don't hold back, brother. You can let go. Nighttime, just let it go. Let's see. Traffic jam. Do you think Karrion Kross will win the Money in the Bank?
Did he qualify? I don't know. Traffic jam? Did he qualify for? I don't know.
Send us another $2, Traffic Jam, and tell us did he damn qualify? This shit ain't free.
Oh God!
I mean, Matt, can you say who's qualified for Money in the Bank? Do you know? I don't know.
I have no clue.
I don't have a clue.
No, I'm waiting for the final list to be put together. Then I'll learn who's in the Money in the Bank. Outside of that, I could really care less. Let's see.
I think some talents tonight. They went backwards.
I
didn't get over anymore. And if they were just held in place, would have been, I think, better than what we got tonight. And I don't know what it was. But let me say this in their defense, sometimes these shows happen like this. But I think this was really written. I don't even know what they were thinking.
I don't think they are thinking. That's the problem.
I don't understand the thing between Jacob Fatu and the other guy, other than they don't like each other.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that to explode sooner or later, Vince. And when it does, go ahead.
You want to know how stupid they are? This is exactly what I'm talking about.
How stupid are they?
God, if I am Triple H, I mean this as an absolute shoot. I am begging them to not put my name at the end of this show. I'm paying them. Do not put the other guy. Put Joe Fitting. Do not put my name on this show. Mac, let me give you a perfect example.
Sure.
Where they're brain dead. They're literally brain dead. So Dutch, they just interview. Wait a minute, Mac. They just introduced
Stupid, brain dead.
Mac.
Idiots.
Listen to me. Listen to me. Ahead. They just introduced the new Samoan CJ, right? They just introduced a week ago, right? Right?
Is it
okay.
CJ? Is it CJ?
Yep.
Is it okay? CJ, whatever it is. They just introduced this guy, Dutch, right? So here's what's on the screen. Here's what's on the screen. Jacob Fatu, Solo Sikoa, and CJ, right? So now they got the names on the bottom. Fatu. Then they have Solo Sikoa with CJ. They don't even give the guy his own name. They put it under Solo's name this tiny that you can't even read it. The guy, they just introduced the guy a week ago. You can't put his name on the screen, and Triple H is going to have them put his name at the end of the show. Triple H, you're an idiot. You're an absolute idiot. You just introduce a new character who doesn't warrant getting his own lower third. He doesn't warrant it, bro.
And by the way, those who are watching, his name is Jay-Z or JC, I think. Actually,
JC, Jeff Cobb. Yeah. Jeff Cobb, that's where it comes from.
Okay, he's sweating over there, Vince. I'm going to give you a little bit of a break because I'm being told the special announcement. Hang on, let me read this.
Read it.
I didn't even know anything about this. Hang on.
Well, still
sounds good to me. All right, here, we got something to play. Let's see what this is. All right. Hopefully we don't lose you, Vince, if we play a video. God knows. Let's see what happens.
I have a feeling that I know what it is.
Let's see.
Go ahead.
BroDown is proud to announce that we will be live in New Orleans.
Make plans now to join us in all the crazy fun.
Vince Russo, Dirty Dutch Mantell, and host Mac Davis will be live in New Orleans for BroDown. Join us.
All right, we did lose Vince. Let's see. I think he's trying to come back in. Yeah, there he is.
What was that? See, I don't know. Every time you guys go to do something, you lose me. What was it?
It was an announcement that we'll be doing a live show from New Orleans. New Orleans, brother. Just been announced. We will be live, all three of us. Live in New Orleans. That's all the information I got right now. But it's
didn't they cancel WrestleMania in New Orleans?
They may have.
They have.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Hang on for a minute. What? Hang on, guys. Sorry, Vince.
We apologize, but we need to clarify our recent announcement that BroDown will be live in New Orleans. Due to a better offer and more perks, we have decided to move our show from New Orleans and award the city of Las Vegas as our first live show. Quite frankly, we don't care that we already announced Nolans.
All right, we lost Vince again. He's going to be cussing in just a second here. But Vince, I guess you didn't get that news either. But it was a mistake. We're actually going to be in Las Vegas. They decided to go there because there's more money.
Yeah.
You have.
Yeah, no, yes. I mean, is Sportskeeda just getting this news? That news broke at 7:00 this morning. Yes, they canceled New Orleans and they're going back to Vegas. Yes.
Yes.
So
all right, guys, let's see. Let's talk about
going back to Vegas.
Yeah, Dutch, they're going to probably wind up going to Vegas every year. That's probably going to be the plan to do Vegas every year.
That's a huge mistake. Don't you think, Vince?
Does it matter?
Well, I guess it doesn't matter.
The Pavlovian gerbils are going to go. Yeah. They're going to go, Mac. It don't matter. Don't matter.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Vegas. I bet Vegas got together and said, hey, if you come out here, we'll give you this and this and this and this. Well, hell, go.
Yep.
And they have all kind of perks and everything out there and all kind of gambling casinos and stuff. Can't you see all those WWE guys getting back on the plane broker in hell? all their money's gone. They went, great show, man.
I just think just travel-wise for people.
What's that say here? HH, Rock,
let's see, Jakar, Triple H, The Rock, and TKO made WWE unwatchable for me. Where are the storylines? People need to stop buying tickets so they can clean house. Go ahead, Dutch.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, what storylines I saw, I had to make them up myself. I mean, I'm going to say that this is what I think is going to happen between those two guys. And, I want to be slapped in the face with it. So there's no doubt this is where they're going. And you don't have to tell me the winner, but if it's interesting, this, what was that guy's name that just sent that in? What was his name?
That was Jakar.
Jakar, you're perfectly 100% right. Where are the stories? And where is Cena and where is Rock and where's all those guys? Where's Roman Reigns? Where's everybody? Everybody, all the main stars were just kept off this show, period. Just kept off. So even CM Punk wasn't on this show, was he?
Was asking that question earlier, Vince, when I was asking, who were the stars tonight on SmackDown? I mean, who would you consider a real star that was on tonight's show?
If you're
I wasn't on the show, but I was a star by staying with it, by golly.
Yeah.
I mean, I was hanging in there, buddy, the best I could.
But Vince, was there anybody that you would consider a star that was on tonight's show?
For me, when I call somebody a star, they've got to be over with the casual fan. Okay, yes. The casual fan has to know who they are, not the little niche audience that's going to cheer, this is awesome, when we bring back people in Halloween costumes. So if I'm looking at this show, there was not one star on this show. Tiffany Stratton is not over with casual fans.
No, she went backwards. She went backwards tonight. Yeah.
Solo Sikoa is not over. Fatu, as much as they love Fatu, is not over with Dutch. I'll throw this to Dutch. Dutch, wasn't there a point in time where if you showed people in Memphis a picture of Jerry Lawler, more people knew who Lawler was than the president of the United States? Is that right?
Oh, yeah. In Memphis.
Yeah.
Because Memphis TV, Channel 5, garnered on 11 o'clock Saturday morning, every Saturday morning, they had like 75 to 80% of the viewing audience. I mean, that's what they had.
Wow.
Say you had 200,000 people watching TV, and probably 160,000 are watching wrestling. Everybody knew who Jerry Lawler was, and probably more than the president, I'm sure.
Yep.
Match Mania 23, never-ending match at the end, absolutely atrocious. Let's see what else we have
guys,
here.
I think we banged this show enough. You guys can lighten up just a little bit here. But just keep sending these contributions in, because we're going to need it when we get fired off this show.
I'm just waiting for Vince to get fired up about that Savannah crowd again. Ham Connell, no wonder they canceled Mania in New Orleans. They couldn't sell out 65,000 seat arena, so they know they won't be anywhere near 83,000 with this shit.
Well, they will improve on this, surely. They will. But
they'll improve on tonight's show.
Oh, well, if they were going to Mania, of course they would. They'd put their stars out there.
Well, I've been saying that for a long time. I'm still waiting.
But Dutch, hold on a second, because I think you're forgetting something, Dutch.
Uh-oh.
Dutch.
What?
They're on NBC tomorrow night. NBC. Do you remember how big Saturday night's main event used to be? They're on NBC tomorrow night, and this is the show you give us before you're on NBC? Are you freaking kidding me? Come on, bro.
But that show, okay, I'm a fan. This is what I'm saying. Okay, tonight's show was really bad. Tomorrow will be really good. They can't lay two eggs. They can't lay two eggs in a row. Surely.
You're probably right.
So I'm going to watch NBC. How long was the show at NBC? 2 hours?
I think so.
SmackDown should be 2 hours too. Yeah. Much easier to manage.
Dutch, you've been watching SmackDown for the last few months, because I mean, it hadn't gotten any better since I started watching.
Well, I kind of
it's gone downhill. It has.
Oh yeah.
I kind of buy Dutch's theory, because they're freaking idiots. They're absolutely, yeah. Hey, guys, tonight's show really sucked, but tomorrow's will be good. No, guys, let me let you in on something. Tomorrow night's show is going to suck, bro. Okay? It's going to suck just as bad as tonight's show sucked, bro. Okay? Period.
But of course, Dutch is just trying to say every dog has his day. So, maybe they'll get lucky. So,
what is the main event tomorrow? What is it?
It's the cage match between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre.
They're not even touting that as the main event, though, Mac.
No. Other than the way they presented it on TV tonight, it kind of felt that way.
Cena and Truth.
No, that's not even the main event. The main event in their mind is Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins against CM Punk and Sami Zayn. That's the main event in their mind.
Well.
Let's go. I want to see Match Mania. Thanks for the comment. Wyatt attacks nice guy Fraxium for no reason. Ronnie Las Vegas, $20. Hey, brother, we appreciate that. Best angle of the night. Tiffany says to Alexa in Charlotte, "You broads are old." Okay. See you grannies later, and leaves to get away with this garbage. She's the smartest one on the show, if you ask me. Look, Tiffany had some good lines. She did kind of make fun of the fact that they were older, vintage, I think she even called them maybe when they made the comment.
Bad mistake. They shouldn't do that.
Yeah, because that hurts. It
hurts the older people that are trying to make her a star. And I'm sure she didn't come up with that on her own. The writer told her to say it, but I guarantee you Charlotte Flair didn't like that. So, I mean, they can do
that was so like, I mean, what Duchess, I mean, I had to learn that the hard way. Bro, that is so taboo. When you've got an older talent, like that is the last thing you do is mention age. I learned that very, very early on.
Well, the one thing you need to do is you got to put your opponent over, because if you don't, who are you beating? You gotta go, hey, this is one of the best guys I could be in the ring with. You got to put them over.
And if Tiffany gets beat, she got beat by a bunch of senior citizens.
Yeah, makes her even look weaker.
Right.
Yep. All right, let's see. Mr. Hughes, Rock has been confirmed for another movie, so don't expect to see him anytime soon. I don't think he will have any more involvement with Cena's heel run. What do you think about that, Vince? Do you think we'll see him back involved with Cena at any point here?
Only if it's at the very, very end. I think Cena says he's wrapping up in December. If it's at the very, very end, maybe you'll see Rock. You're not going to see Rock for the next 3-4 months. No way, no how.
Dutch, and tell me how you would book this, but I'm looking at John Cena and R-Truth at Saturday night's main event. The only way I could see this working and furthering the storyline like it should be, John Cena needs to go in, because everybody loves R-Truth. He's just well loved by the fans. This is a case where I think John Cena needs to go past the point of where he needs to in the ring. Once he beats him, he needs to beat him more, and he needs to beat him a little bit more, and he needs to make it sting to make the fans hate him even more. Do you think that's the way they should go about this?
Well, yeah, at the end, I think that Truth talks to him before the match, and he convinces him, maybe I shouldn't have done this, and get it to the point, and they do the big hug, and now he's brought him back from the edge, and then do all what you said. He just beats the crap out of him. He fell for it. So it might be a way to go. I don't know.
Vince, what do you think?
See, again, like this is where Mac, by letting the tail wag the dog, this is where they're clueless. Here's what they're going to do tomorrow night. Okay, here's the problem. He's going to kill Truth, and they want to get heat on Cena. So it's not just going to be a 1, 2, 3. Cena's going to get heat on Truth. But now you guys got to back it up to tonight. You got Truth in the ring, and they're doing the what? They don't care about Truth. They're telling you we don't care about Truth. We're bored by his promo. So you're going to go out of your way tomorrow night for Cena to get heat on Truth when they don't care about Truth. Why don't they care about me? And Dutch made them care about Truth with NWA when we freaking put the belt on them. We made them care about Truth. They don't care about Truth because they haven't made us care about Truth. So that's why they don't care about him. So now you think we're going to get heat on Cena by him getting heat on the Truth when the night before they're literally telling Truth, we don't give a shit what you say, what's next? That's when it's so messed up, man.
I do think we'll see Cody Rhodes tomorrow night. We'll see him. And Cena's match. Don't you think?
I'm starting to think that we won't see Cena maybe until, I think, did they mention that he's going to be on next week's show, next Friday night?
Who's that, Cody?
Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about Cena. Yeah, you're right. No, Cody, I just don't know that we'll see him involved quite yet. You think so, Vince?
The only way you'll see him involved is if they put Cena out on at the end. I can't see them putting that match on the end. That's not a main event. But if they put him on the end and he's getting the heat and Cody makes a save at the end of the show, that's the only thing that they could do. But I can't see them putting that match on last.
Yeah. No, when it comes to R-Truth, I do want to say, I think there are some fans, because I'm one of those fans, Vince, that R-Truth to me he's one of those characters that I do think fans, they take a liking to. Maybe they didn't care for the promo tonight, but I think that in most situations, they always have the sympathy and they kind of care for R-Truth. He's the comedy of the show most times. So I think that if John Cena beats his ass bad enough, and actually where he drags him almost up the ramp with him, saying, "No, I'm gonna drag you with me," make it look bad. I think the fans will feel bad for R-Truth, and I think they'll hate John Cena even more.
Well, I think the one reason they may have not gotten with Truth tonight is they're confused. Hell, I'm confused. So, the fans, they don't know. I mean, what are they cheering for? They got to have a reason. They don't get up and stand and cheer for nothing, but they got to know what they're cheering for. And I think this whole thing with Truth it has them confused. And
I think the way they approached him being involved in this and some of the promos have been a little bit confusing. I agree with that because you're not quite sure where R-Truth is. Is he nuts or is he, it's just hard to tell. Ronnie Las Vegas, every time I see Drew McIntyre, I feel like Vito Corleone. Look how they massacred my boy. Let's see what else we got here. Anna with a $9.99 donation. Why is Vince McMahon so MIA? Did he sign an agreement where he can't criticize WWE? It's a shame he pioneered wrestling, and these clowns are sinking the ship. Vince,
yeah, but legalities will make you go hide in a corner. Believe me. They say, hey, don't say anything bad about us, and we'll get through this. And Vince gets in the corner, and I think he's probably better off that way.
Yeah, I think I'd stay in the corner for a while too, wouldn't you, Vince?
Yes, so somebody did bring up today when I was doing my chat, like, bro, you're not going to have Maxium, whatever they called, in a main event for 30 minutes on SmackDown on Vince's watch. That never, ever would have happened, bro. Never would have happened.
Let me bring up, I mentioned a while ago that there was someone that or a part of the show that I thought was really good tonight. And that was the vignette with Legado del Fantasma, where they were sitting in I guess was a fancy boardroom or a hotel somewhere with wine and having a conversation. That's the kind of creative I like in my wrestling. So when I saw that, it kind of made, I don't know if you guys watch this, but Lucha Underground. I thought some of the vignettes they did in Lucha Underground were very cool. And tonight, when they did that with Legado del Fantasma, I really felt that had a little feel of that in there. I like that production. They need to do more of it. Vince, what did you think about it?
Yeah, no, I mean, we say it every week, Mac. Anything they do outside of the arena. I mean, so yes, when I see them put a little extra effort into something, I'm going to put it over because they never do it anymore.
Yeah. Isn't that wasn't that aimed at Mexico for when worlds collide or whatever they?
Yeah, for the pay-per-view,
June 7th.
Yeah, the When Worlds Collide, that is the case. And I, and I think I've heard, Vince, you may know this, is Conan got something to do with some of this in WWE right now? Is he helping along with that storylines with AAA? And
I think I think AAA is still doing their own thing. I don't think they've kind of meshed yet. I still think it's kind of like a feeling out process of who's doing what.
Gotcha. All right, let's see. Matchmania 23. Triple H actually expects people to go crazy for Julia.
Even though this is a funny story, Dutch will like this because we worked with both of them. So Dutch, with the AAA WWE merger, guess who Conan's boss is? Literally, Conan is reporting to him. Guess who?
Who's this?
Jeremy Borash is Conan's boss.
No.
Yes. Yeah, that's a fact. That is a
really
fact. Yes. Conan reports to Jeremy Borash. Yes. Funny, man.
Well, good for Jeremy, I guess.
Hey, you want to say why?
Jeremy's making a boatload of money, man. I mean, Jeremy has made a ton of money in this business, man.
Matchmania 23. Triple H actually expects people to go crazy for Julia. She's already dead on arrival. There's no interest in her because it's all about the wrestling, not character. Let's see what else we got here. Ronnie Las Vegas. By the way, if you want to be a part of the program, all you have to do is send us a super chat and we'll throw you up on the screen. We still got many of them to go through here. Ronnie Las Vegas. Guys, not all is lost. Karrion Kross beat a jobber on WWE main event. Great storytelling. Let's see what else we have here. Gotta love that kind of stuff. Matchmania 23. The R-Truth segment was horrendous. He was bizarre, unfunny, and just flat out strange. Horrendously constructed. Triple H is truly going to destroy WWE.
Mac, these are performers that have been around for a long time. Truth's been around for a long time. John Cena. And bro, listen, this is what we're watching. This is the God honest truth. Cena and Truth are trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit. That's really what they're trying to do. And, like Dutch has said, bro, you've never explained anything to us. There was never a narrator of this story. Nobody understands it. These guys are going out trying to make chicken salad out of chicken shit, but it doesn't make sense, man. When Cena made the heel turn, you had to have Rock go out the following night and lay out the story. Nobody did that. That's why everybody is so confused.
Yep. I just can't feel it at all.
Peter asking Dutch, who gave you the gimmick name Uncle Zebekiah?
Good question, Peter. Good guy. Peter, how you doing, man? Peter, I haven't seen you in a long time, Peter. How you doing? Great question. Go ahead, Dutch.
Peter, I'd like to tell you, but for $2, I don't think I can come across with that information because that is highly classified. No, I went up there and I don't know where they came from Zebekiah. This has always amazed me about WWE. They would reach back and grab a name from the Bible. It's a biblical name. And they'd pull it out. And I always wonder, where in the hell did a biblical name come from? And Zebekiah is in the Bible somewhere, and I don't know what I was supposed to be. Well, I do, with the two big Harris boys. We were supposed to be so far back in those hills of West Virginia, we'd never been across the county line, not let alone the state line. We couldn't find our way back. But Uncle Zebekiah, and those were my two little nephews, and they were dumber than a box of rocks, but they were big. They were 6'9" and weighed about 300 pounds. But I think I'm going to put it between two people, either Vince or Bruce Pritchard.
I think that's got Bruce's name written all over it, man. I think. Yeah.
That's who I think came up with it.
Yeah.
Ronnie Las Vegas, $10. Storyline idea. Kevin Owens returns as some Owens as the new head of the table with a neck brace with tribal tattoos on it. The plot twist is that when it's revealed, he's not really Samoan.
Bro, that's better than anything they got right now. I like that. Samoan. I like that. That's better than anything I saw on this show tonight.
Yeah, that is, it's obviously had a little bit of thought put to it. And, you know, since he's been out of action, it may work. Who knows? So you never know something's going to work till you try it. And then if it bombs, well, that's a bad idea, and continue to go.
Black Note 718, Dutch, you can save us all, we the people.
We the people. This would with Rusev. Hey, was Rusev on Raw?
I think they just had a vignette, Dutch. I don't think he worked. I think they just had like a minute vignette. Yeah, they did. He didn't work. Yeah.
Do you think he'll get over Vince?
No. Nope.
I don't either, because I think he's missing Lana.
Yep, I agree.
He needs her.
I agree.
And I don't know what else he can do to, other than push that political button a little bit. And I don't know how that's going to work either. I think people are sick and tired of politics right now. That's why they watch wrestling. They want to be entertained. They don't have that political crap slapping them in the face all day long. But anyway, I think, and I was watching tonight and thinking about it today, will Rusev get over? I don't think he will. He may. I hope he does, but I think it's stacked against him a little bit.
Yeah, I've said from the get-go, I thought that Lana needed to be a part of that package. And I said that on another program on Sportskeeda. And I caught hell for saying that. Like, no, he doesn't need her. I'm telling you, the package doesn't work unless it's Lana and Rusev together. That's just me. That's the package that worked.
Yeah, he does need her, I think.
Let's see. Traffic Jam. No, Karrion Kross is not part of the Money in the Bank yet. He's top 3 in merchandise at WWE, ahead of John Cena and Randy Orton. The next top guy, but won't push him. I didn't know.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna have to throw the flag on that shit. I don't think he's ahead of those two guys in merch. I just don't. Do you? Is he?
Well, he just got a shirt. He just got a shirt. He didn't even have a shirt. He just got one. So maybe it was the top selling for the week because he just got his first shirt.
That's true too. Debut shirt. You may sell a lot quicker. Let's see here. Cliffside. I remember the New Age Outlaws making fun of the Legion of Doom. They called them the OLD instead of LOD. Did they get in trouble for that, Vince?
No, because Vince probably told them to say that because LOD was always in the doghouse because of Hawk's personal, let's just say personal issues, man.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Corey Jackson. If Cena kills Truth, then the crowd will chant one more time while he's beating Truth.
They will. Absolutely right, Corey. You're dead on. I guarantee you they will. Guarantee.
Let me tell you, and Corey, if that happens, I will tell you right now, that is the end of that whole John Cena thing. It can't go anywhere else if that happens, because if he beats down Truth as bad as we think he should, and the crowd's going one more time, this angle is dead. It is dead.
Yep.
Let's see what else we have here. Ross, Vince, what was your inspiration for the Ministry of Darkness? Taker couldn't talk well on the mic, but it worked very well.
Well, those guys were all boys, man. Like they were all of Taker's boys. Like he was close with all those guys. And I mean, when I wrote, man, I was always trying to look for something for everybody. If their name was on the roster, I was trying to get them on the show. So since they were tight with him anyway, it was easy to do an angle like that with all of them.
Let's see what else we got. A few more in here.
Yeah.
Yes. Matchmania 23. The only characters people care about are legacy Vince characters. Seth, Roman, Cena, Punk, etc. Triple H thinks Julia, with no words, is the next big star. Laughing out loud. What else we got here? Man,
wait a minute. What's he base that on? Because he just put her out there tonight. They just put her out there tonight. Julia?
I would imagine so. I think he's just saying Triple H is looking at people like Julia as being the next big star, and while other characters that people care about really are the bigger names like Seth, Roman, Cena, and Punk. I think that's true, but you got to build your young stars up, and the way they build is kind of against everything, Vince. I know you say this all the time, the 50-50 book, and it's hard to get some of these young talent over when you continue to book 50-50. It's just not going to work.
You saw that with Selena Vega. We just put the belt on her, and we're beating her the next week. They did the same thing with Chelsea Green. After they put the belt on her, they beat her.
Made no sense at all. Dan, Wyatt Sicks was there for Bray's birthday.
See, now, you know what? That's the thing, Dan. If I know today was Bray's birthday, and if they're going to do that, that's fine. But, Mac, we talk about this all the time. Build up to it. You knew when Bray's birthday was. You knew a year ago when Bray's birthday was. If that's what you're going to do, then build up to it and make something out of that. Don't just have them appear out of the darkness.
No, I totally agree. I did not know it was his birthday today, though.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
And I hope it's not just like a one-off because it was his birthday and they brought him in for a special, shot. That makes no sense either, because then you're introducing the character that you're not going to follow up on the next week.
No, they're going to follow up on it, and it's going to go down the same road it went last time, Mac.
Yep. All right, let's see. Rabbit Master with $10 donation. The shows can be trash. It won't matter. WWE hasn't had real competition since WCW. I agree with that. They cleared the field years ago. There's no real incentive to bring your A game when you already own everything.
Yep.
Well, now that I know that they have a show tomorrow night on NBC, this show could have said, well, we're not going to spend a lot of time and we're just going to put a 3-hour show out there. It's probably boring as hell. So we'll throw all our cards on the NBC show, which makes sense, I guess, in a way. But I think they could still improve on tonight's show. I mean, why go out there and say, well, we got a show that's going to be bigger than this one, so let's concentrate on the big one, but let this one slide. I don't get that. I mean, I get it, but I don't think they had to do a lot of work with this one.
No, I don't.
Making it underneath that card tomorrow night.
Demons Row, OG Russo. They watch you. You see all the vignettes today, and they brought the Wyatts at the end.
I swear I had a laugh because Dutch was sending me messages through the show, so I had Dutch on my mind. Mac, when they got Bianca Belair, she's talking about all these obstacles she's overcome, and now this is just another setback. And Dutch, she has one of these little splints.
Oh yeah,
Dutch,
her finger. Oh my God!
Dutch, how many broken fingers kept guys out of action in your day? Can you imagine a guy going to Vince telling them they're not working because they got a broken? Can you imagine, bro? Dutch,
no, you had to work through that. Or if you can't work through a broken finger, hell, go home.
Yeah, I mean, it's not difficult to work with a broken finger. I mean, you just.
But this is what I'm talking about them being brainless. You're showing me a wrestler's not tough. You're showing if she's got a little splint on her finger. I've had that. I know a lot of people have had that. She's supposed to be a pro wrestler. That does not make her look tough.
No. Super Hario 64. Show so boring tonight that a nip slip went unnoticed.
Oh no! Come on, really? Wait a minute. Who said that? Super who?
Super Hario.
He's got to give us more than that so we can go back and watch. Come on, man.
You got to let us know who it was. It could have been somebody we don't want to see the nip.
Damn.
Let's see. Ronnie Las Vegas. 100% agree with you guys regarding Rusev. Lana is a gorgeous woman and completes the package, but they don't push to have her on TV. I don't get it. Yeah, we don't either. Ross and Torah TV. I hope I got that right, brother. I mess that up every time. Legends get over with one non-scripted promo. True?
Absolutely true. And that was the thing, like, Mac, when I was watching that opening segment, and it was Tiffany and Charlotte and listen, I am a fan of Tiffany, but when I'm watching her, Mac, it's a wrestling promo. And what I mean by that is she's not talking to somebody like she would be talking to them in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she's really has a beef with Charlotte, and they're having a heated discussion in the back, she's not talking like that. It's a bad wrestling promo, man. And it's like, you guys got to get in the moment, because it just comes across as a bad wrestling promo.
Yeah, and that is one of her weak spots, Dutch. The microphone is not her friend. She comes across a little too screechy. I don't know how to explain it really, but she doesn't come across like she's the one in charge.
Well, she's not, believe me. And it comes across that way, and it comes across as produced.
Yes.
And
remembering
you can tell that it's not from the heart.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, let's see. We got a couple more in here. It looks like Eric, just imagine Truth beating Cena. Would they dare?
No.
Hell no. Get the hell out of here.
The final signal. Do you guys have any thoughts on NXT Battleground this Sunday and AEW Double or Nothing?
No.
We
don't get paid to talk about AEW.
Yes, neither do I. Yes.
And after watching 3 hours tonight, I can't combine it with any other wrestling program.
But we do appreciate the question, though. Final signal is just, we're all being honest. Nope, and no. Let's see, Mr. Hughes. Apparently, Goldberg's match will be a Saturday night main event, I guess is what he means, in July, or SNL. What's that?
He means
Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, main event, he means.
Yeah, he means the main event, yeah. So, that wouldn't surprise me. And I think that may be our last one for tonight. Yep. All right, guys, we are out of time. We ran over just a couple of minutes here. Real quick, though, Dutch, you want to talk about some of the other shows you got going on and where people can find you?
Well,
besides jail?
I was going to bring that up, but I won't. Actually, I had a couple of shows, and they got canceled for some reason or the other. So I'll keep moving on. I'm just doing signings now. That's close to Florida, and maybe up in Charlotte, and maybe Nashville one weekend. But I'll let everybody know in plenty of time. Follow me at on Twitter. That is X now. Dirty Dutch Mantell. Easy to find, and I'm still writing my third book, and this is going to be a little bit more in detail about the wrestling business, and that's what people want to know now. They want to know the inner workings and how you do this and how you do that. And I don't know about you, Vince, but somebody said, "How do you book?" Well, hell, I don't know. You book basically by emotion. You say, "I think this will be good, and let me do a 2-week build up to it, get there, and then we'll start it." See, the build up gives you some kind of knowledge about how the fans are going to accept it and how strong to go. But you got to take your time. I've been in some places, they said, "Man, we got to get business up. Let's shoot this hot ass angle," and you'll get it up for a week, and then it bops. But if you build and build,
sounds like other things as you get older.
Yeah, once you get it there, it will basically stay there. In Puerto Rico, I almost beat every heel every night, and business was good because the heels always left somebody laying at the end of the night, even though they'd all gotten beaten. So not only were they losers, they were bad losers, and but it worked. It was good.
And Vince, I know you got a book you've been working on. I meant to ask you about that. Any updates on this book that you've been writing? Because I know that it's one to get a watch out for.
It's coming out next summer. It's in their hands. I mean, I finished the first draft. I'm waiting on the publisher now. I do want to clarify something. If Dutch is making personal appearances, I want to clarify something for Dutch. Now, Dutch, I don't know if you're aware of this, but there was a big to-do last weekend. You know the wrestler Paige Soraya. You know Paige, right, Dutch?
Yeah.
Okay.
The one in WWE.
The one at WWE, and then she
Yeah.
went to AEW.
She was with Alberto for a while.
Yes.
Okay, I got it.
She was at one of these conventions, okay?
Right.
And she got very, very, very upset, and rightfully so, because she was taking a picture with a Mark, and the Mark tried to kiss her on the lips.
Right.
So I just want to clarify something, Dutch, because she made a
don't kiss me either.
Well, that's what I wanted. Now, Dutch, I'm imagining there's going to be a lot of hot blondes coming to see you. If they have the urge to kiss you, Dutch, will you allow? Is that allowed, Dutch?
No, it's not allowed, really, because he's what do you see what he's doing? He's saying this. What am I prostitute? What the hell?
Hold on.
The price is right.
Don't tarnish Dutch's good name. How dare you?
So the guy tried to kiss Paige, right?
Yeah.
And she raised hell.
Oh yeah. I'm surprised she didn't kick his ass.
Yeah. I don't blame him for trying or wanting to try. I mean, she is a beautiful woman, but that's just not the place to do it.
I do have to say this though, Matt, because we had this discussion on another Sportskeeda show, and bro, we've seen this a lot now. We saw it with Asuka. Asuka had a stalker. Yep. Who was the other one who they broke into her house? What was the name with the WWE?
Yeah, what was her name?
Sonya Deville.
Sonya Deville.
Yep. Sonya.
We now had this incident with Paige. These women should really think about having security at these signings. I mean, I'm being dead serious, man. There's crazy people out there, Mac, and you just never ever know, man. They need to be careful, man. They really do.
Yeah.
Vince, tell us about your other podcast real fast.
Yeah, guys, real quick. You can, I'll give you a free week to try Russo's brand. Just go to patreon.com/Russo TWC. You could try us free for a week and then decide if you want to sign up or not.
And you can find me on another show on Sportskeeda with Bill Apter and Teddy Long called The Wrestling Time Machine. And you can find Teddy and I on YouTube with another show, Wrestling's Road Trip After Hours. Hope you'll sign up and subscribe there. Please do that. In the meantime, that's it for this week. We'll be back here same time, same place next week right here for more BroDown. Y'all have a great weekend. We'll see you soon.